Donald Trump is panicking as additional U.S. service member casualties are being revealed since he's escalated the catastrophic war in the past 10 days. At least 100 U.S. service members have been injured since Donald Trump has escalated the catastrophic war in the past 10 days. In all, over 500 U.S. service members have been injured since Donald Trump commenced this catastrophic and unlawful war. Also, the death toll since Donald Trump has escalated is at least 3 service members in Jordan, a service member as well in Iraq. In Iraq, that service member was by a drone where there was a controlled detonation of an Iranian drone that was allegedly captured. That's the story that CENTCOM is saying, but CENTCOM also lies about everything. And we know with Donald Trump's fraudulent numbers before in his entire life, it's usually a multiple of what the numbers that are being revealed are. So could it be 5, 7, 10x what he's actually saying? You know, state regime media CBS is reporting the 100 U.S. service members. So when Donald Trump's regime is feeding that to CBS, I'm skeptical, and I think that it's probably downplaying the casualties and perhaps even the deaths by a significant amount. But each of these deaths also are individuals. These are people with families, and these are individuals who have been killed as a result of Donald Trump and Netanyahu's catastrophic invasion of Iran, like First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan or Private Isabella Gonzalez. Our heart goes out to their families. Now, this is the 10th straight day that Donald Trump has engaged in escalatory attacks and war crimes against Iran since the Memorandum of Understanding. As I'm recording this video, the United States has been striking hard in Iran, focusing on the coastal areas by the Strait of Hormuz. And while the Trump regime is attacking the coast of Iran, the White House is posting the following: trust in Trump. Voters overwhelmingly support Iran peace deal. Overwhelming support for Iran peace deal. Big data poll. Support. 60.4% support Trump's peace deal. You're posting that as you are currently attacking and invading Iran. And by the way, Iran is striking back hard at the Arab nation neighbors where the U.S. has bases. Particularly Jordan has been hit very hard. Trump doesn't seem to have the interceptor capabilities to protect the U.S. bases in Jordan. Similarly, Kuwait, Bahrain, Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. We've seen Iran also able to strike outposts in Syria, which CENTCOM denied, and now we know that Iran actually did strike that area. Similarly, when CENTCOM posted the other day that there were no U.S. casualties in the region, they knew that was false because they knew about all of the deaths that I had been talking about as well. Now, right now, strikes currently underway. Iran is responding with strikes of its own. We talked about the Washington Post report where top Army officials have been leaking to the Washington Post, also to the Wall Street Journal and others, that the U.S. has run out of munitions, that the U.S. simply doesn't have the military capabilities in the region anymore to even conduct this escalation. But nonetheless, Trump is conducting the escalation, and that Iran is striking back hard. And these U.S. these U.S. soldiers are realizing that they're not protected by any purported security umbrella in the region. Now, Barack Ravid, Donald Trump's stenographer over at Axios, who purports to be a reporter, just posted, "A senior American official tells me about talks for a possible ceasefire with Iran. Right now, President Trump is focused on making Iran pay for breaching the Memorandum of Understanding and for continuing its terrorist acts in the Strait of Hormuz. In addition, the president will make Iran pay for killing the American soldiers in Jordan. These devastating strikes will continue until the president decides otherwise. But the talks between us and Iran are ongoing." mean, there's so many lies in there to begin with. I mean, the Trump regime breached the Memorandum of Understanding the moment Donald Trump signed it and held it in Versailles. But just the Trump regime plan is what, if you keep on bombing and bombing and bombing, you think the lesson after these 5 months is that that will make Iran want to do a deal? Oh, now we're going to do a deal. No, Iran has been escalating. It shows it has the capabilities to destroy these U.S. bases in the region. Iran is shooting out these salvos of 8 to 12 ballistic missiles at a time. 80% seem to be able to get through and strike these U.S. bases in the region, while Iran's able to fully control the Strait of Hormuz. There have been numerous tankers today that have tried to exit the Strait of Hormuz. A Greek-flagged tanker carrying Saudi oil that was struck by Iran earlier today and destroyed. And then there was another one attacked northeast of Lima in Oman about an hour and a half ago that was trying to make it out of the Strait of Hormuz in a route that was not authorized by the IRGC. And the IRGC responded by destroying that ship as well. Some data points I want to give you as well right now. In the United States, the average price of gas over $4 a gallon. The 30-year Treasury yield right now is at about 5.1%. That's the highest level since the run-up to the global financial crisis. The strategic petroleum reserves in the United States are essentially at tank bottom. These are very dire conditions. And of course, U.S. munitions have been depleted, which everybody was warning about. But Trump continues to escalate. And Iran, as I noted, has its own ability to escalate, not just in this region right there, but the Houthis in Yemen have announced that they are closing down the Bab el-Mandab Strait to Saudi Arabian tankers, specifically Saudi Arabian tankers. They released a video saying that they would be doing this. I'll show you that in a moment as well. Also, Air France has suspended all of its flights to Riyadh through July 25th and Dubai through July 28th, citing worsening conditions and worsening security in the Middle East. Flights to Beirut remain suspended until August 2nd. I think we're going to see more of that. And Iran knows that it's able to, that it has the United States in a very precarious and vulnerable economic situation. Meanwhile, you have Doug Burgum, Trump's interior secretary. For some reason, he's the voice right now of the war. And so he just went on state regime media Fox and he said, Donald Trump's bringing down the prices right now. No, he's not. Here, play this clip.
Is there any way to work around Iran? That is to pump more, to develop more pipelines in the Mideast, to get around the Iranian hump, if you will?
Well, yes, David and Jackie, there certainly is. And I had meetings earlier this week with leaders from Saudi Arabia and UAE. Both of those countries are looking at major infrastructure projects to try to look at land-based pipeline and other solutions to be able to ship their product and get it onto the world market. But here at home, of course, under President Trump's energy dominance policy, the United States producing more oil than we've ever produced, largest producer in the world of oil, now the largest producer of natural gas in the world, largest exporter of LNG in the world. And President Trump's energy dominance policy was always about selling energy to our friends and allies so they don't have to buy it from our adversaries like Iran or like Russia. And as you saw, the prices plummeted last year when President Trump was elected. They will go down again under President Trump's policies. He's the one leader that knows how to get prices down. It's increased supply. And his policies are allowing American innovation to do that at record levels.
Yeah.
Then they brought on MAGA Republican Congress member Rich McCormick, who said that we need to just obliterate all of Iran. That's what I would do. Here, play this clip.
Right now, we're going tit for tat. I mean, if you look at it, they attack us, we attack them, but it's measured. I'm a big Clausewitzian warfare guy. I used to teach evolution of warfare. I believe in dominance. We are the dominant world superpower. These guys are not. I would have been unrelenting to the end, but the president has a lot of more information that I don't have, and I can't speak to that. But once again, he's trying to weigh how this affects inflation, gas prices, and a bunch of international relationships, which I don't have to deal with. I'm kind of idealistic when I come to dominating this horrible terrain regime that's evil.
So,
MAGA Republican Congress member Carlos Jimenez said the following. Let's play it.
And let me say that,
my condolences go out to the families of our servicemen and women that are killed, that have been killed in Iran. That's the nature of warfare. We will have some casualties. We've had an extraordinarily low number of casualties for the amount of fighting that's been going on. The Iranians have suffered much, much worse than us. That's not a consequence. I'm sure that's not a condolence to the Gold Star families of these young Americans that lost their life. But it is war. We are waging war, and we're waging it for a reason, so that Iran can never obtain a nuclear weapon.
And then you had Peter Navarro, one of Donald Trump's top trade advisors. He said the following. Let's play it.
Deal with Iran. If you think Iran would act responsibly with the nuclear weapon, just look at what they're doing now. They've got less discipline than a baby in diapers. They're just spraying their crap all over that area, like Qatar, Kuwait, Jordan, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
It's like...
This is the video that was just put out by the Houthis in Yemen announcing the ban on Saudi Arabian vessels that's now in effect. Play this clip.
تلبية لنداءات شعبنا العزيز المجاهد في الخروج المليوني العظيم في جمعة التحذير والنفير وما سبقها من تجمعات ووقفات قبلية كبيرة تعلن القوات المسلحة اليمنية.
And here's the audio of the VHF radio signal of the Houthis saying that the Bab el-Mandab Strait is closed to the Saudis. Here, let's listen to this.
Yemen Naval Force calling you on Channel 16. According to the decision of Yemeni Armed Forces in the date of July 2026, including prevent navigation to Saudi ships because of the constant siege to Yemeni nation. So, we warn all ships belonging to Saudi enemy to proceed via the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. In case of non-compliance of Yemeni Armed Forces decision, those ships will be in our target. Over.
Now, we'll keep you posted every step of the way. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Check out the new book, by the way, WTF America. Pre-order it now. Officially comes out in October, but pre-order it now if you can. Thanks for watching.
Hey, if you want the full story, how democracy got here and how we take it back, pre-order our new book, WTF America, today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.